Picture this. You're in that big, high-stakes strategy meeting. The pressure is on, huge goals are on the line, and everyone is looking around for that one breakthrough idea. The big question is, are you ready to be the one who delivers it? So let's be real for a second. Think about your last big planning meeting. Were you the one connecting the dots, really driving the conversation forward, or did you kind of find yourself struggling to get your thoughts together? Maybe you had a great idea, but you just couldn't quite frame it in a strategic way. It happens to a lot of us, but it really doesn't have to be your story. And that's the good news here. Strategic thinking isn't some secret gift that only a few people are born with. No way. It is absolutely a skill. And just like any other skill, you can build it, you can practice it. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can do that.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can get better at it, we need to be totally clear on what strategic thinking actually is. Let's nail down a definition.
At its heart, it's all about using your critical thinking to solve those really tricky, complex problems, and to actually plan for what's coming next. It's that ability to step back, see the whole chessboard, anticipate what's around the corner, and make decisions today that will pay off big time tomorrow. And it's not just one thing, right? It's really a powerful mix of 4 key abilities. You've got to be good at analyzing the situation, you need to communicate your ideas clearly, you have to be a sharp problem solver, and of course you need the planning skills to turn that big vision into a reality. All right, now we get to the main event. We know what it is, so let's dig into the how. Here are 4 really practical, actionable ways you can start improving your strategic thinking, like right now. And I think the best way to look at this is to think of it like a workout. Seriously, you're not just reading about a topic, you're actively building a muscle. Each of these next 4 methods is like an exercise designed to make your strategic thinking stronger, faster, and just more instinctive over time. So here are our 4 core exercises. We're going to start with asking the right questions, then we'll move into grounding our ideas in reality, and then we're going to get into actively challenging our own thinking. And finally, for those who want to speed things up, we'll touch on a way to accelerate the whole process. Let's dive into number 1. This might just be the simplest, but honestly, the most powerful habit you can build. Just by getting into the habit of asking more strategic questions, you literally start to retrain your brain to see opportunities, to anticipate roadblocks, and to think 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else. And we're not talking about just any questions. These are the big ones. They're forward-looking and they're focused on action. See how these examples shift the conversation away from what are we doing today to where do we need to be 5 years from now? That's the key. Start asking those future-focused questions in your own work. So once you're asking the right questions, you need to find some solid answers. And that means your strategy has to be based on facts and data, not just hunches or assumptions. You have to observe what's really going on, gather the actual information, and then take the time to reflect on what it all means before you make a single move. Okay, this one is tough, but it's where the real magic happens. It is so easy to fall in love with our own ideas. A true strategic thinker goes out of their way to find opposing views. They stress test their own assumptions. You have to be willing to poke holes in your own best ideas. By playing devil's advocate with yourself, you find the weak spots in your logic before anybody else does. It makes your arguments stronger, your thinking sharper, and it prepares you to confidently defend your strategy against any challenge. And finally, sometimes you just need to put your development on the fast track. If you're facing a huge challenge, maybe you're going for a promotion or you're launching something new, formal training can give you the frameworks and the tools you need to level up fast. It's a fantastic way to accelerate the entire process. So, we've gone through the 4 exercises, but at the end of the day, this is about way more than just a few techniques. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see the world around you. It's about cultivating a truly strategic mindset. This slide just nails the whole idea. It's about shifting from being reactive to being proactive. So instead of waiting around for answers, you're asking the powerful questions. Instead of just following instructions, you're looking for the opportunities hidden inside them. It's all about lifting your eyes from the urgent stuff of today to the critical possibilities of tomorrow. Because this is the real takeaway. The true advantage isn't just learning what to think in a specific situation. It's learning how to think in any situation. That's a superpower that lets you navigate any challenge and constantly shape what happens next. And that pretty much brings us to the end. But of course, the real work for you starts now.
So I'll leave you with this one question to get your own strategic workout started. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the very first strategic question you are going to ask tomorrow?